Now we'll talk about some printing fabric methods. There are many, so I'm just going to go over some of the most utilized printing methods. There are even many variations of the methods that I'm going to talk about, but this will give you a good general overview. The first is silk screening. Silkscreen prints use especially prepared screens that are laid on top of fabric. Ink is then pressed through the screen to make images and designs. The images and designs made during the silk screening process are usually only appear in one area of a garment. It is an incredibly popular method for creating t-shirt designs, putting logos on shirts, and other different items like bags, hats. It can also be used to create posters. Silkscreen prints can be one color or multiple colors. Silkscreen printing is also called flat screen printing. In the GIF on the bottom, we can see a man creating a logo on t-shirts using the silk screening process. This print has 4 colors. You can tell that because he has 4 different screens in rotation. He is applying the yellow color right now, but we can see white, blue, and red for the other screens as well. Each screen will have different areas blocked off, and only the area that will have the specific color will be open. He applies the ink by using a squeegee-like tool to press the ink through the screen. It only goes through the areas that have been left open. Rotary screen. The rotary screen printing method uses a method similar to silk screening, but applies an overall pattern to an entire roll of fabric. The rotary screen printing extrudes ink out of a cylindrical roller as fabric passes under it. Here you can see the process of printing an entire sheet of fabric. Each of the rolls are applying a specific color. As the fabric passes under each roll, that color is being applied. We can see the last color is the light yellow background. Digital printing. Digital printing can be used to create all-over prints on whole rolls of fabric or on isolated areas. Digital printing is very similar to printing from a common home color printer. Fabric is passed through a digital printing machine and dye jets print out the pattern as it moves through. Here we can see a digital fabric printer. The fabric comes out of the machine much like a piece of paper would come out of a printer. This object right here is the printer head. It applies the dye in a back and forth motion just like a printer head from a home printer will. Heat transfer printing. Heat transfer printing is a modern alternative to silk screening. It is faster and easier than silk screening as all of the colors can be applied at once without having to prepare special screens for each color. Heat transfer printing uses designs printed with special ink onto special paper. It comes out of a special printing machine on what's called transfer paper or heat transfer paper. The designs are then pressed onto the fabric using high heat. As we can see here, the sheet is applied to the t-shirt and then pressed down firmly in this heat press. Once it comes out of the heat press, the transfer paper can be peeled away and the logo image appears on the shirt. That's all we'll talk about today, and I hope you enjoyed this week's lesson.